Welcome everyone to the Redflex. This is the Manchester United versus Burnley match preview. And I know that the word must-win game gets used a lot. It's probably so overused that it doesn't mean anything anymore. But for me, this is the turning point for our whole season. If we lose this game, I can see our season unraveling from here. I can literally see it. We lose to Burnley, we get smashed at Liverpool, and then title talk, hype, everything out the window. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win the title. I'm just saying that the fact that the entertainment, like the feel-good factor that we have right now about, yeah, we're top of the league and we're doing well, and, to keep that momentum going, to even keep it towards the end of the season, even if we're in and around it, we've got that excitement. Like the last game, it wasn't just a normal game. I'm not talking about the Watford one. I'm talking about, the Villa game and things like that. These games now mean something to us. Now, watching the game, it feels like it's important. We have to do something. So, like I said, must win, Harris, is a very overused term. I said it's a turning point for our season. You think this is bigger than the Liverpool game. And why is that?
I think you've touched upon it, haven't you, already? I mean, if we don't win against Burnley and we go to Liverpool, psychologically it's massive. It's absolutely massive, because if we don't win, Liverpool will be like, right, okay, yeah, they're not ahead of us or whatever. It's only a point, whatever. They can just, play their kind of cautious, they don't have to go for it. Whereas if we win, psychologically being 3 points ahead of them, automatically in their heads, they're going to be like, you know what, damn, we're going to have to go and win this game.
So do you think it's the difference between Liverpool playing for a draw and Liverpool coming out to play? Or
yeah, not necessarily playing for a draw, but I think if the game's heading towards that, they're not going to push it because they know about our strengths on the counter, etc., etc. They'll be like, right, okay, yeah, a draw's not too bad. Let's just take it. We've got our injuries, etc., etc. We'll just, we'll settle for it. Whereas if we're 3 points ahead, they're going to be like, no, have to go for it. We're going to have to go for it. Because, if they get a draw, it's still 3 points. City are going to probably overtake them. Leicester, Tottenham probably overtake them. Liverpool, by next week, could be down into fourth. So, for them, it's massive. And for us, equally so as well. So, for us, getting this 3 points, for me, is bigger than the actual game itself. If we lose at Liverpool, fair enough. We're still equal on points. Yes, we'll have Tottenham and Leicester breathing down our necks, but our targets for the start of the season were always top four anyway, so there's more pressure on them than it is on us, for me.
So I can see your point in the sense that if we win the Burnley game, it actually gives us a better chance of winning the Liverpool game. Whereas confidence if we go in, obviously confidence as well, but in terms of tactical approach from Liverpool. So yeah, I can see that, because we always tend to do better against teams that come out to play. Whereas if we're level on points, Liverpool might, obviously they're not going to go defensive because it's not really their style of play. But in terms of, unless, they don't have to do a gung-ho approach, they can be a bit more methodical. Yeah, I can see that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're talking about Liverpool game. We need to talk about Burnley. Now, Burnley is a game for Man United fans, which you remember, if we roll back the clock 12 months, the Burnley game last year, when we lost against Burnley in convincing fashion, was the start, or was pretty much where Ole could have lost his job. Now, 12 months on, it's sort of, if we win this, Ole is on a completely different trajectory. Literally, Ole was a game away. He was one game away from the sack, until obviously we brought in a certain Mr. Bruno Fernandes. But how do you think, where are we 12 months on?
I think Ole kind of mentioned it in his press conference, actually. He was asked the same question. He was asked, where... Oh,
you know what? I should be a journo, If anyone's watching,
he asked that question.
Hit me up.
He asked him in the press, he was like, where do you think the team are 12 months on? And he answered it by saying, obviously, they're in a better place. I think it's only the third time, is it, since Fergie left, something, that they've been in the top 3 positions, or the top 4 positions around this time. So it's not that often. And obviously, they've won more games, they've got more points. there's a bit more confidence there. They're on a decent run. So according to him, he said it's a massive difference. He didn't stop there by saying that they're the finished product, blah blah blah. So he still said there's a lot of improvement needed. He's not getting carried away. He knows that we're not even halfway through the season yet. And he even said it's March, April time is when it's time, and when you can say for sure that we're in it. So he's not getting carried away. Hopefully the players aren't either. I think he touched upon injury news, and he said Pogba and Bailly did not train fully today. However, Luke Shaw and Victor Lindelof did. So going by that, Luke Shaw probably is going to play, and unfortunately, Lindelof may as well. But for me, that's not a good sign. But I think we'll talk about that in a sec. But I think team-wise, I think we are in a much better place.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's more to do with confidence. We've always had a good team. Obviously, maybe not 12 months ago. Actually, no, let me take that back. We did not have a good team. We were playing the likes of Andreas Pereira, and we were playing the likes of Jesse Lingard. And now when I look at the team sheet, I do feel a bit better. The fact that we've got, the bigger names in there, the better names in there. Let's be honest. So thinking about the team, what do you think is going to happen?
Team-wise, I think it'll be the standard Premier League team. David De Gea, Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be back. As I said, I really do hope it's Bailly, but obviously if he's not fit, he's not fit. Hopefully he can play against Liverpool. Obviously Maguire, I think it will be Shaw, the fact that he's fit now. Will he really go for two pivot? I don't know. I don't know whether he'll play the two or whether he'll go back to the kind of 4-3-3 kind of, he tries to play with Pogba on the left. I'm not sure, but either way, I'm not fussed, even if it is Pogba playing, Pogba, McTominay, Fred. However, I would like to see Matic because of his aerial presence, and for the same reasons, Cavani as well. I think Burnley have a big, strong physical team. I think you need to have those type of players: Pogba, Matic, Cavani. I know we played with them before without this kind of tall strikers, and we've done okay against them. But I think Cavani's ready, he's fresh, he's fit. He's not he's not played for 2 weeks, so for me, he has to start in this game.
You think it's definitely Cavani, or do you think you'll blood him in this game, bring him back, and then full speed ahead for the Liverpool game? I know I'm talking about the Liverpool game again, but
for me, he has to play. Even if he played today and he had to play against Liverpool, there's enough gap there. Tuesday, Sunday, so that they've got enough time to kind of recoup anyway. So for me, Martial's out of form still. If he does play, it'll be for me, it has to be part of a 3. But if he's playing with just 2 up top, it has to be Cavani for me.
Yeah, definitely. I think we seem to be struggling with certain, the striking role, and Cavani is someone who's doing the business for us at the moment. I think Mason Greenwood, unfortunately, has not. I was going to say he's gone off the boil, but he's not even picked up really. He's not even started the season. I think the controversy with the England team and the media going for him have really hurt him. Martial struggling. I know that he plays well in terms of the link-up play, but at the end of the day, as a Man United striker, you've got to put the ball in the back of the net, which he's not doing at the moment. So do you think I would probably like to see the 3 up top? I'd like to see probably Martial playing, but maybe playing out wide left, Rashford out wide right, and obviously Cavani through the centre. And then the middle, maybe Pogba and Matic, which seems to be a favoured combination. When he does play a double pivot, including Matic, it usually is Matic Pogba. It's either McFred or it's Matic Pogba. So Matic Pogba, I'm all over that. And obviously we have to bring back, the man himself, Bruno. And then the back 4 kind of picks itself at the moment because of Bailly's injury. So I'm good with that. I think it's just a matter. I don't want to underestimate Burnley, but I think it's a matter of this. This is why I said at the beginning of the video that this is the turning point for our whole season. If we can somehow show that, look, when the pressure's on, we can do the business, I think that's going to set us in good stead for the rest of the season. So should we move on to, you talked about the starting lineup. Should we move on to your prediction?
Yeah, I know everyone on paper thinks Burnley's going to be an easy game, but looking at the stats, they've only lost 1 league home game all season. So it's not going to be as easy as people think. However, I think because people, some players have had a rest, so some of them should be fresh.
We've got one of the best away records, though. So yeah,
and obviously the away record is there, for everyone to see. So I'm going with 2-1 Man United.
2-1 Man United. I'm a little. I don't know why. I don't know where it's coming from, but I'm a little bit more confident this time. I don't want to underestimate Burnley, and I probably don't want it to come and bite me in the bum, so to speak. But going for 2-0. Going for a 2-0 controlled victory. I think the fact that Bruno Fernandes is fresh, we've got Cavani fresh, a lot of players fresh. I think you're gonna see the difference, and you're gonna see picking up intensity. I don't think Bruno is gonna allow anyone to get the foot off the gas. He's here for trophies. He said that many times. He's happy with the individual accolades. He says it again and again, but he wants to win something with Manchester United, and I think that his passion's gonna carry us through. So I think it's 2-0. Hopefully we get through. Nice professional performance, no injuries, further injuries, and then obviously full speed ahead for the big one. Anything else you want to say? Yeah.
No, I just want to kind of remind everyone. I know there's a lot of videos that we've been publishing over the last week or two. We always do a pre-match. There's always a post-match. With those individually, and sometimes we get some guests on. We're also doing the pundits' reaction. So if you've not seen those videos, we'll try and post a video of whether it's a UK broadcaster or whether it's someone else. We always get the match reaction and analysis from their point of view. I think it's always good to see what the media and the pundits have to say, and also I know there's some other content coming out soon as well. So yeah, everyone stay tuned for that.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, you can follow us on Instagram. Very active on Instagram at the moment at the Redflex Official, and also we have Twitter. So if you want to join in with some more detailed conversations about Manchester United, you can do so on Twitter as well. We do stream live on Twitch, so if you're on Twitch as well, you can find us over there. And we've got a lot of is it Pro Evolution Soccer? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be one today for the Burnley game. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of content if you like watching those games as well. And if you want to challenge us, you can do that as well in the comments. So if you haven't already, before you go, if you'd like to hit the like, and if you haven't already, subscribe as well. And we will join you again straight after the match with the individual match reactions for Man United versus Burnley. We'll see you then. Take care.